Hi guys, it's me Val, Toxic Free. Welcome. Got a bit close to the camera there, didn't I? I want to talk about something today that might offend. It might not offend. It might wake a few people up. Now, I want to say something to you and see how you feel about this sentence. If you had a situation where you had been sexually abused and you had somebody walk up to you and they said, "Really? He hasn't raped me." You'd be like, that sentence? I don't think I've ever heard it said to somebody who has been attacked, raped, because that's what we're talking about here, isn't it? So why do people walk up to narcissistic abuse victims and say, they've always been nice to me? People watching this is a controversial video. You may not like it, thumb me down, write a comment. Sometimes we need to be poked in a certain way that makes you sit up and think. All abuse is abuse. Some could be worse than others, but most of it leaves you completely and utterly demoralized. Abuse can leave you a complete shell of the former person that you were. It can destroy you. It can bring on suicidal tendencies. It can leave you scarred and triggered for the rest of your life. And most of that life, you'll think that you've done something to deserve it. And that's what happens to abuse victims. Now, when you comment to a victim, you talking to a victim, maybe you're talking to somebody who's sharing their information with you and they're trying to find someone to support them. When you turn around and say to that person, "He's never hurt me. I've always thought he was a lovely person. He's never abused me." Those words to a victim of narcissistic abuse are like a knife to the heart. And to me, there's only one or two reasons why somebody would actually say that. Firstly, uneducated. Please, guys, educate yourselves. If you're watching this video and you are not educated on narcissist abuse and you have somebody in your world that maybe mentions it, that maybe seems like they're going through something that maybe seem like abuse, but you don't quite understand it, please educate yourself on covert narcissist abuse. If you're just an idiot who just doesn't think what they're saying, well, maybe you should just try and be a little bit more empathic. Another reason why a lot of people say that is to self-indulge their own validation and validate themselves. A lot of people will say to others, for instance, I've had it said to me, and a lot of the time it could be said to wind me up. It could be said to troll. It could be said to devalidate. Devalidate, is that a word? Invalidate. Still, you know where I'm coming from. A lot of people say that to people because firstly, it makes them feel special. I haven't been abused by him. He's a lovely guy. They're validating themselves. They're making themselves feel, oh, must be you. He likes me. That's what's going through their heads. So guys, please stop doing that. There's reasons you haven't been chosen. It doesn't mean because you're special. You're not special because you haven't been abused. And that's what comes across to the victim that you're talking to. If you say something like that, "He's never abused me. I get on with him great. He's a lovely guy." What you're telling the victim of narcissist abuse is, it must be your fault. You must do something. Why is he picking on you? They already feel the lowest of the low. They've already been destroyed by this person. They've already had their worth and their value and their spirit completely stamped on. And what they need is some understanding, not a friend or a troll turning around and making themselves feel special by going, "He's lovely to me." Please don't do that, guys. And if you are with a friend or you are on a video and someone says that to you guys and you have been through narcissistic abuse, please don't argue back. There's a reason why that person says that very sentence. Because they're doing it, like I say, they don't understand. And you'll never make somebody understand if they've never been through it. And if they've been through it, they shouldn't be saying it to you, because they should know how horrible it is when somebody abuses you and all your friends say, oh, he's lovely, he's nice, I get on with him great. Makes you feel lonelier than ever. The third thing, if someone says it to you guys, they're trying to make you feel like a piece of shit. They're only validating the fact that something is wrong with you, and it isn't. There is nothing wrong with you guys. Abuse is abuse. People who abuse people are the bad people, not the abused. There is no need for anyone to be abused. And it's no one's fault. So, walk away from those people that tell you, he's not upset me, he's nice to me, I like him. You don't need people like that, because there's something there. There's something behind in the intent of why they say that. Otherwise, they wouldn't. They wouldn't go up to a rapist and say, he's not raped me. You wouldn't go up to somebody whose family's been murdered, for instance, by Chris Watts. He's not murdered me. So why go up to narcissist victims and say, he's lovely to me? I'll probably get pulled apart, and you'll probably write down below, oh, there's a big difference. Oh, what you're trying to do is trying to sort of meld them all into one, and they're not. This difference, you know. To me, abuse is abuse. And what you say to an abuse victim means a lot. It says a lot to them and says a lot about you. See, when you say they haven't hurt me, a rapist doesn't walk around with his little willy hanging out, does he? No, waving it round at everybody, thrusting it towards people, standing on a bus, doing this to everybody in his vicinity. He doesn't walk down the street with it dangling around with a t-shirt saying, I'm a rapist, does he? No. No. Because you can't spot a rapist off just by looking at them, and you can't spot a narcissist by looking at them. And a narcissist does not walk around with a t-shirt on saying, I only hurt who I want to hurt. And I devalue people left, right and centre, but I also value the others. So the people valued, well then, don't think I'm nasty. Can you see this point I'm trying to get across? Narcissist abuse is invisible abuse. But so is everything else. You can't see a narcissist down the street walking. You can't see a rapist. You can't see a cannibal. You can't see a serial killer. So stop shaming people who have been through narcissist abuse by saying that stupid, bloody sentence. He hasn't hurt me. You are literally validating the pain that person has been through. So I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to leave it there. Please share this video. And if you haven't been through narc abuse, if you don't understand narc abuse and you're watching this, try watching some channels. Try watching a bit about it. Try learning. And then you won't go and offend people by saying the most ridiculous things to them. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.